5, 4, 3, 2. We are live. 1 and 0. And then we will put the record. Just give a moment. Okay, we start. Warm greetings, everyone. On behalf of Friday Waters, an initiative of the W4W Foundation, a think tank built as Citizens Collective, we welcome you to today's session of Friday Water Talkies. It is a continuation of our signature series, Wednesdays for Water. The idea of Friday Waters is to bring water knowledge available in various alternate forms at one place for developing a better understanding about water matters in different possible ways. The activities initiated in Friday Waters include Water Talkies, which is today, Water Reading Club when we get authors, Water Thesis Club when we get researchers, mainly PhD scholars, Water Arts when we get various artists from different sectors. And importantly, sometimes when we get a jackpot, we also have a meet a mess. So each of these sessions takes place when we have speakers with us, and we are always dependent on our past speakers to find us new speakers. The Friday Water session is designed to be fun-filled and yet to be fruitful. And you can watch our more than 150 sessions now on Friday Waters. It's www.w4w.in, where you can also find other sessions from Wednesdays for Water and Monday Munching and Musing with Women for Water. Now coming to today's session. The focus of Friday Water Talkies is on bringing the cast and the crew of the film, movie, video, documentary, which are made on water matters into the session in order to discuss with the crew about making of the film, documentary or the video and the issues around the subject covered. Besides bringing interest in the water conversation, this is also to increase the outreach of the project in the water networks and society at large. In here, we strongly believe that water conversations are important for water conservation, and this is our small contribution towards increasing the conversation in various possible ways. For today's film Jalamudra, we have filmmaker P. Ajit Kumar as a guest speaker, and he will present his ideas, his thoughts about the film, and also share with us some conversations which I will initiate right after giving a brief biography of Ajit. P. Ajit Kumar is an independent researcher specializing in inland waterways. An engineer by profession, he's been involved in several mega government projects focused on river management and navigation canals. He's also a poet, writing in Malayalam, with 2 published collections to his credit, and Watermark marks his directorial debut, pioneering the documentation of West Coast Canal of Kerala, the southmost state of India. The film is available at thefilmfreeway.com and /Jalamudra. I will share the information also in the YouTube and the Zoom. So welcome to the visitors who are on YouTube, and we will look forward to having people who can speak to our speaker and filmmaker of today. So welcome Ajit, very warm welcome to all to you, and also many congratulations for your directorial debut. Before we get into the film, I am very keen to have a slight conversation about your idea of the film. So if you are ready, I can just start asking very simple questions and then we can dive into the film. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Dr. Mansi. Thank you for the introduction and let us talk.
Yes, let's talk. So why this film? Because Kerala Waters is well studied and filmed, which is unique in the country, of course. What moved you? What motivated you about for the film? And what's the concept? If you can just give a background, how you arrived from working on governmental projects to shifting to an art project. You are artist by your inherent nature, and then film. Can you just enlighten us?
I belong to Calicut, the Kozhikode, in the north side of Kerala. And
Mhm.
when I was signed with a project of developing inland waterways, at the age of around 40 plus,
Mhm.
I was I was very new to this alignment of canals.
Mhm.
So we were actually doing a stretch of canal spanning 11 kilometers. But then what is the alignment to the north of it and to the south of it is not known to me or my colleagues. So I had to do a lot of research to find out because Kerala was divided into three states means Malabar was under British rule. Cochin is an independent state. Travancore, which includes our capital, Trivandrum,
Mhm.
another state. So I had to browse through the documents in the archival records of these government archives to
Mhm.
elicit data regarding this uh, canal, how when it was formed, what was the idea behind it and all. So when it is aligned in such a way that I cannot imagine it's such a magnificent, such a beautiful alignment was made possible by sheer manpower. They connected all the rivers.
Mhm.
There are 41 rivers flowing towards Arabian Sea, towards west. Out of the 35 rivers, in one way or other, have been connected by this canal system. They connected
Mhm.
rivers and rivers between with the canals, and then the rivers and backwaters with canals, and backwaters with canals. So it stretches around 612 kilometers. It almost runs the length of the state.
Mhm. That's
Uh,
very interesting, and which is very moving also to see how you bring your engineering skills and the administrative skills into the art form. And I think having it as researched and having knowledge about it would have been quite an advantageous position for you to make this film.
Yeah, that is correct, Dr. Mansi, because this piece of information are only with a group of people only, no? They
Mm.
know only the alignment, the changes,
Yes.
from where it starts, where it ends, where are the structures coming, where are the cross structures, navigation logs and all, no?
Mm.
So we were having that, but the history part of it was totally blank.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So
Mm. Mm.
that was and I made the film purely concentrating on the history of
Mm.
it rather than
Yes.
the documentaries just showing what's happening here, what's the problem,
Mm.
what are
Mm.
the possibilities and all. No, I
Mm.
just concentrated on the history, pure history of
Mm.
it,
Yeah,
because
and that too on the engineering and the fusion of engineering and natural stuff. Because what really struck me, and I also read your brief about the film on the website, which we have, is how you bring the two aspects, the nature and the engineering aspect, and where you showcase how humans in the past, in history, as you use the word history, were so well aligned with how natural systems work, and that's how the Kerala's probably water channels don't even look that they are humanly constructed. They look more nature-like. I mean, especially for people like us, when we go there, we don't even realize that much of the canals are humanly constructed instead of naturally being there. And I think that is something you are highlighting, and also I will say something different that we get to know, because for us, the moment we imagine Kerala, it's about the canals. I mean, it's about, of course, beaches as well, but canals come first because we have many places, beaches in the country. Could you please also share about how did you go on documenting and in terms of like what was the approach? And also if you can share some insights on other crew members and how many days it took, did you use some special tools? Because see, we are doing these sessions also to motivate younger generations. So it's important that we hear from people like you so that young people also think about doing these things. It's an educational program after all.
Um, the first idea was it was to be documented. That was my
Okay.
idea. That was the urge from within me, and then it started. I will tell you, the first footage is on 30th December 2014.
Okay. So it took a
And the
while. I mean,
finance,
it's like a research.
the I could censor it only on the 5th December 2024. So it took 10 to 11 years for me to complete the project. There
Oh,
are
that's nice.
because the entire area we had to travel, and it is an unfunded project. I had to take my own I
Yes.
had
It's a
expenses from my
passion project.
it's a
And you have to take
expensive.
out time from your work then.
It turned out to be an expensive passion.
Expensive hobby or passion for that matter.
Yeah.
But it is worth it. I'm sure you are very content about
I-
making it.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
how the technology evolution took place during the course of
Over the
my
years. Yes.
filmmaking. Because at the time when I was taking the movie start, I was using a camera which was not 4K resolution. And
Hmm.
we borrowed this one speedboats to travel along the
Hmm.
west canals. And the entire area actually shot entire area. Then when we came down to the desk of the editor, nothing could be done because it is everything was at the eye level, you know.
Okay. So from the human eye. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
human eye level only. So it will not
Because
be
you were moving and shooting. So.
yeah, everything is at a constant level, like an
Hmm.
almighty looking. Everything there is no change.
Hmm.
So after that, only the drones came into this one.
Okay.
So helped me. So I had to
Hmm.
reshoot everything. So these are all
Okay. That's
expenses.
quite interesting. So basically, then you have also mastered the canals of Kerala.
By the time the evolution also took place, technological evolution also in the filmmaking,
Hmm.
and finally when it came to the editing stage, some AI also I could apply
Okay,
it.
that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I also want to share with you, we had some time ago Amit Kumar to talk about Rajasthan Ki Rajat Boonde, and he also was narrating these things, because his film also took around 12 to 13 years, and how technology changed and how narratives evolved over time, and he had to go again and again to these places, and I'm kind of trying to understand how laborious this kind of work can be. Could you throw some light on your other crew members and how did they chip in, and if you may like to acknowledge them?
Because of I'm a little aged compared to the crew members.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
nowadays people move around in like for, groups. They are all together. When the director,
Mm-hmm.
editor, cameraman, everywhere, they all are moving together, and they are making a project as a collective effort. But
Mm-hmm.
I could not do that because I am off the age, and I had to hire people
Okay.
for each and every compartment. I mean, activity
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
means camera editing selection, and the editor has done a lot of work for me because I mean documentary me editing documentary is made at the editor's table. I would like to say, because there is
Okay.
no storyline before you shoot, and it
Mm-hmm.
all evolves at the editor's desk.
Okay, so basically, it's more of a documentary. You wanted to showcase the history, and then at the editor's desk, things started taking a little bit more shape in terms of storyline, and probably it also had your idea how it should be shown, what is the sequence, because it's a historical thing and geographical aspect also. So maybe it's a good time that you can also share the talk of the presentation of the film. But before you do that, I think it's also a good moment to acknowledge Vinod Nambiar for connecting me with you. And it's really nice of him because he's also going to be speaker sometime this month. And
Yeah.
I'm going to share that. And he's on a Wednesday session. So it's a
Oh,
panel
yeah, he's my
discussion
friend.
where
He's
he
my
will
friend
be.
only. He's my friend. Is my friend.
Okay. So I invite you to make your presentation, please.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I also have the film trailer. Whenever you are ready, we can show that as well. Whenever you say, I will play it.
Can you see this image?
No, I'm still unable to see your share. Can you go to share again and share your presentation because it is still not there? Yes, it's now showing. And maybe you can go to the first slide and make slideshow. Yeah, thank you.
Uh, Visible?
Yes. Yes, but I think you are not on the first slide. So maybe you can go back and then start it. Yeah.
It's okay because it
Yeah.
is the Friday.
Okay,
What?
no problem. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the first slide. Okay. Um, uh, the alignment we talked about is this.
Okay, this is
This
the
is the
canal.
this is the canal alignment. See, it
Mhm.
actually started. Such an idea was uh, began in 1822 when the special commissioner, the then special commissioner Graham, uh, put forward this idea of connecting all the water bodies between Calicut and Trivandrum and Mangalore connected. So
Mhm.
this is the final outcome, except for a place. All other areas are connected.
Mhm.
Shall I go to the next page, the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
slide?
yeah. Please present as per your convenience. Okay. So, yeah.
So this canal was governed by not only the local kingdom, also by the colonial people. So the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British constructed laterite forts along these canals. So this is one such fort. This is near Trivandrum. This is called Anchutangu Fort, means five
Mhm.
coconuts fort. This is a laterite fort. This is
Mhm.
a rectangular shaped intact fort. This fort is important because this is the first English British fort built in Kerala. And 200 years before that, there were forts built by Portuguese and modified by Dutch. But this is important because this actually was the ammunition depot when the Great Carnatic War was on. So gradually they were actually concentrating weapons there, but gradually you can see the sea on the west side, also
Yes.
the canal on the right side. So
Yes.
from there they were managing the transportation, collecting tolls, strategically located fort. There
Mhm.
are many such forts along this canal. I just show some. These are the forts along the canal. This is near at Kollam. This is an hexagonal fort. This is the longest standing Portuguese fort built in 1503. It is
So
still there
just
in.
help me to guide. So now we are traveling through your slides from the north to south or south to north.
And south to north. But
Okay.
I have designed in such a way that when I am coming talking about forts, I will just show some forts also.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. This is the facade of that fort. This is another fort. So this is these are the evidence of the legacy of the colonial legacy of uh, ruling the area with their might.
Mhm. So basically, then very interesting to see here that the land between the sea and the canal had already started getting habituated with some administrative buildings like fort, because fort were also the places where the rulers would live, and
Yeah.
the taxes and everything, and then habitation around it. It
Yeah.
explains me very well, and also because right now I am in Germany and lived in Netherlands before, because they have dikes here. So by making these canals, the land between the canal and the sea became like a dike to protect
Oh,
Kerala from the water and sea as well.
okay.
That's nice.
Then we have actually a massive linking of canal took place in between 1823 and 1829
Mm-hmm.
when Maharani Gauri Parvati Bai was at the helm of affairs of Travancore Kingdom. So
Mm-hmm.
there was a religious, there is a religious function in Sri Padmanabha Swami temple that happens every 6 years. That's called the Murra Jabam. They
Mm-hmm.
chant Vedas. The Brahmins come from all over the state to Trivandrum to chant Vedas and all. So they cannot travel by sea because if they travel by tree, they will be outcasts. So they have to travel via inland only. So they used to travel along these rivers, backwaters, and then by walk or by bullock cart and all. And the most of the length they travel by uh, boats only, country boats only. So from Koilon to Kollam was only the port there. There was no port in Trivandrum. So the Maharani decided to the entire water bodies between Trivandrum and Kollam by cutting canals. But at one point only, she could not cut canal. That was at Varkala. Varkala, it's a famous
Varkala.
place. Varkala is this is the Varkala place. This is a
Mm-hmm.
scene from the seaside if you are looking at. This is a laterite cliff.
Mm.
They could not cut this one to form canals. So how to surpass this was a problem, and there were many plans to um, cross this hurdle. And out of the four plans suggested, the one suggested by chief engineer of Travancore, uh, Barton, was actually administratively sanctioned, got administrative sanction, and two tunnels were bored through these canals. It is a wonder, and there is no such structure anywhere in South Asia comparable to this scale. So there are two navigation canals. Uh, one is 350-meter long and the other is 720 meters long. This is the inside of that one canal.
Wow.
Uh, and when it's not used, it will be full of bats.
Oh.
So yeah, if it's
So
not
this
used,
has water sometime and sometime no water. Is that how it
yeah, the
works?
water level is designed to this level.
Okay.
This is the shape of the canal. It's a horseshoe shaped
Mm-hmm.
canal, and it is a wonder. In 1880, they could complete it after a hard work of 12 years.
Wow.
So by this way, they could travel from Trivandrum up to the Malabar, means British British area, British district of Malabar, and they can then board a train to Chennai, Madras, because
Okay.
it was also under the residency rule.
Mm.
So there was no train directly to Madras from Trivandrum. So they had to come all the way from Trivandrum to Tirur. This Tirur is the first railway station in Kerala, and from there, board train to Madras. It was made possible by cutting this, boring these canals.
Mhm.
Now, after 74 kilometers through water, we reach here in this is Ashtamudi Lake. It's a backward, it's a Ramsar site. From
Yes.
here, from here on, it is National Waterway number 3.
Mm.
National Waterway number one is in Ganga, second is in Brahmaputra, and third is in Kerala. So how
Okay.
come Kerala so much important? How come the central government gave so much importance to Kerala is something to I will try to present, because it is a natural phenomena of tides.
Yes.
In
So
every
tide
day,
and ebb.
when high
Mm.
tide and
The
low
ebb and
tide,
flow.
happens every day
Yes.
2 times. So
Yes.
today I have noted down. Today at 1 a.m. It was 1 meter. At
Mm.
1.08 a.m. it was 1 meter high tide level. And at 7:12 a.m. it was 0.25 meters low tide level. So the difference is only less than 1 meter, 75 centimeters. But in the
Mm.
case of for the mighty rivers like Ganges, no, during winter, during rainy season, the river will be flowing 4 kilometer wide. But when it's during summers, it will shrink to 400 meters. So
Yes.
corresponding difference will be there in the top level also. Then one cannot
Yes. The
fix
high
that.
flood level.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Planners cannot fix the infrastructure facilities like guards and all, no, the cranes
Yes.
and all. Yes, exact level they cannot fix. But in Kerala, it's not. It's only 0.75, less than 1 meter, whatever it is. And also, many of the rivers join backwaters before joining sea. So there
Yes.
is a tranquilizing effect in the backwaters, and there is a small current only, and there is no turbulence. So all these facilitated, Government of India concentrating more on the Kerala backwaters, and that is
Mm.
evident from the funding pattern they followed in the 5-year plans.
Yes. So you see how interesting this can be, because these also act as flood resilient system for and also of course infrastructure investment, whether they are like, it's a very classic example in Kerala where we see how natural and engineering systems have come together.
Yeah, this canal runs almost parallel to close and parallel to the sea. So there are many sea mouths all along the canal alignment. There are
Mhm.
10, more than 10, 15, 20 sea mouths there. So whatever be the changes in the sea also will be reflected on the water surface of the canal.
Mhm.
So it is an interlinked system of sea, backwaters, rivers, and the canal itself. And there is a
Mhm.
difference between canal and channel. I will also mention that a canal is constructed to connect it to water bodies, whereas a channel is a designated path along which only a vessel can ply in a backwater, along a backwater. Because it
Mhm.
cannot travel, because only along that line only we will be dredging for sufficient depth and for vertical and horizontal clearance, etc. So channel is that, and channel and canal are both are for water used for waterways, but this is the difference between the two. And this structure is a navigation lock. This is a navigation lock.
Yes, a sluice gate, like a gate, sluice gate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a navigation lock. This particular lock separates Kayangulam Lake and the Great Vampanad Lake. Vampanad is the
Okay. Yes.
longest lake.
Another Ramsar.
Yeah, and the Ramsar site. So these two lakes are separated by this twin lock system. One is a wider chamber, and another one is shorter. This you may see the lock having a horizontal opening system here. It opens like door is opened using hinges.
Mm.
Previously it was not like this. It was used to be a vertical. You know, these are vertical locks. Vertical. You know, you saw the shutters. You know, shutter, shutters are vertically operated. But in that,
Yes, I'm aware. Yes.
yeah, actually, this particular change in the gate mechanism was designed by great Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci, when
Mm-hmm.
he was the engineer there in the Milan Canal to construct the cathedral at Milan. Marbles were brought along these canals, and this type of this is from his sketchbook. This is a Da
Wow.
Vinci's on sketch only. Because when two door shutters are closed at 90 degree and perpendicular to the alignment, it will be getting closed more closely when water pressure increases. That's the hydraulic principle behind this.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you the first navigation canal was built in Alapura. This the violet line, no? You can
Mhm.
see a violet line here, blue and violet.
Yes, I see it. Yes.
Yeah, that
So
is
and I
commercial.
also learned the difference how you look at canal and channel. So now,
This canal, this Violet Canal is a commercial canal. Is the commercial canal 5 kilometers long. It connected the river Pamba and the Alapura port. It was built by the then Prime Minister of Travancore, Keshava Das. It was
I
built
think
in
yeah, I think these kind of engineering marvel are now being visualized for other rivers in the country when we have this interlinking of rivers. I mean,
I
it's
can
a
say.
different scale altogether, but I see that it has been already practiced in India for some time now.
Yeah. It happened. It was commissioned in 1762.
Wow.
1762. This is Alapura, where you might have seen. You might
Yes,
have
I
gone.
have been here, and I think it is one of the most popular places to be
Yeah.
in Kerala. But I'm already dreaming of being in Kerala, and probably I take your help to navigate me and take through this entire stretch. I
Sure.
would love
Well,
to do
you're
that.
welcome. You're welcome.
Let's do that, and sometime probably next year we can plan it. And I would love to really take your film as a foundation and do a documentation of people, of the landscape and the water and
Oh,
the people.
welcome,
That will
welcome.
be nice.
Very good.
Social landscape other than the waterscape.
And
Very
this is
nice.
craft making, and it's
Yes.
the stern of this country snake boat is 18 feet tall, 18 feet. 120 men bo- board this boat during that boat race, no?
Yeah, yeah, the famous boat race. I was
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
ask, is it the same boat design, like where you have this, I
This is
think
a
more
slightly
than 50
different.
people
This is a
sitting in one boat?
yeah.
How
This is
many
a
people sit
slightly
in one boat?
120.
Wow. I have not seen that festival, so I also have to experience that festival now.
Okay, it will be around August to September month during August September months when
Okay, okay.
Onam festival is on.
Yes.
So this is a light. We have seen lighthouses sea on the coast of sea coast, no. But this is
Yes.
a lighthouse on the banks of a river, on the bank of a
Mm-hmm.
river in Kerala at Kottayam. So that
Mm-hmm.
means day and night transportation was on along these rivers.
Yes. So
This
when
is
you
one of
said
the
that, the waterways, I'm asking a question from the past because seeing the light wave, my light also struck now of my mind. when you say the waterway, National Waterway 3, I mean, I'm assuming just like highways, it's also the third waterway built in the country, and not like the order is as per as per the waterways which are built in the country, right? So
Sorry.
third.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll tell you.
just to clarify. Yeah.
Uh, there were only five waterways up to 2016.
Okay.
One is Ganga, Brahmaputra, West Coast Canal, Buckingham Canal, and
Yes, that's the Chennai. Buckingham
Mahan,
Canal is Chennai.
Mahanadi.
And Mahanadi. Mahanadi,
Mahanadi.
oh, where is it? I need to find it out. Is it the Shivnath Mahanadi? Yeah.
I don't know. Shivanath.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I will find out because I'm
you are from
born in that
Chhattisgarh.
region.
You are
I
from
should know
Chhattisgarh,
it.
huh? You are
I'm
from
born in
Chhattisgarh.
Chhattisgarh, so I should know it.
So there were only five national
Okay.
waterways, and the parliament had to make for each and every national waterway a separate act was to be there. So it took
Yeah.
so much time and to pass a bill and then to become an act and all. So
Yeah.
in
So, but
2016,
yeah, just
one
enlighten me because last year we had a session, and I recall from last year because there was a lot of impetus in the last year's budget on increasing India's waterways. I mean, I think it also comes with the interlinking of rivers project and so on and so forth. So, will Kerala get some more projects in that? I don't know. I have to check.
yeah. So in 2016, 106 more waterways were also declared as national waterways. So
Okay.
there
Hmm.
are 111 national
111
waterways.
national
Yeah.
waterways now. Okay,
Now,
yes. Hmm.
this is a magnificent structure, 1.5 kilometers long, across the Vampanad backwaters to prevent salinity intrusion into the
Mhm.
Kuttanad, wetlands for
Mhm.
paddy cultivation. So this is
Okay.
1.5 kilometers long structure.
Mm-hmm. So is it a bridge or it's also like a wall
It
or
is a bridge
sluice?
also. It connects two districts, Alapura and Kottayam.
But it's also dividing the two water bodies.
And it is a regulator. It is
Okay,
not a
okay.
permanent one. It is a shutters only. You can lift the shutters up, then
Mm.
water will
So
flow.
yes, it's a dividing. It's like a dam structure
It's not
then.
it's not a dam, it's a barrage. It is a
Okay.
barrage. Okay. So this is a mega
Mhm.
structure built
Mm.
across the waterways. I mean, backwaters of Vembra.
Yeah.
So now we reach Cochin, and this Cochin was
Yes, I have
was
been
developed.
here. Yes, some of
Cochin
the
was
islands.
Cochin was developed by Bristow, an engineer, a British
Mm.
marine engineer. He was with the Suez Canal, maintenance of Suez Canal before joining here in Cochin, and he made possible Cochin project because you know that Wellington Island you can see, no?
Yes, I can see, and I also had a chance to visit as
That is
well.
not a
So.
natural island. It is a island formed by dumping the sandbar at the sea mouth of this port by Robert
Mm.
Bristow. This entire
So it's
island is
mm,
an artificially made island.
yeah. So with the construction of canal, so there was a sand mining, and then it was put into making the island.
Not exactly the canal for the port development only has done it, and
Okay, for the port.
the
Hmm.
canal runs along this.
Hmm. So the what I see here, the Willingdon Island and Kochi Port and Vallarpadam, they are all built out of the sea. So are they made out of the sea, or is the land carved out, or is the water carved out? So that is
It is
curiosity for me.
actually it is an estuary like area.
Okay, so then land is carved out of it. So Mumbai, like a classic example is Mumbai. All Mumbai is made out of the.
I forgot to include that now water metro is playing along this
Yes, it's a big talk of
yeah.
the town. I had a chance also to take the water metro, and now it's also like a model water metro, battery operated, something like that. And I
Yeah,
had a student from NIT Gandhinagar who was doing research on water metros, and he
uh,
was from Kerala. He is from Kerala, so yeah.
so when we go past further north, we reach here in this is in a
Muziris, yes.
beach Muziris. The Muziris
Mm.
is the only port marked in the Peutinger map in the Common Era 44th year, 4th century.
Wow.
This is
But
the
that
only.
is that also natural island, and the fort, of course, is humanly constructed. But
No,
was this island existing?
it is a natural port, probably at the
Okay.
estuary of the Periyar River.
Yeah.
So when excavation was done, there were terracotta coin, terracotta
Yes.
shards and all there received from there. So this is a historically important place. All the Christianity, um, Jews, Christians, Muslims. The first mosque is there in Kodungalur. India's
Mm-hmm.
first mosque is there in Kodungalur. So this is a place where all the religions unite at one place.
Yeah, it's still one of the, I will say, most important place in Kerala, and I think loved by most artists in the country because of the festival as well. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a historic place and with historical relevance, but also in today's time, it's also a highly relevant place. And as you rightly put, it's like a fusion of all cultures and religion.
Yeah.
And it's a
That
lovely
is,
place
it
to
is
be.
very
I had
rare
a
such
fortune
a
to live one night there for the
it is
Biennale, of course.
it's very rare to have such a place where all these it is a crucible of what is a civilizations.
Absolutely. I mean, it should be already, I suppose it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, if I am not mistaking, Muziris. If not,
Yeah,
it should be. I will check.
I think so. I think so.
I think it is UNESCO Heritage Site. I will check while you move to the next slide,
This
probably.
is just a table. I'll just give you 612 kilometers. Kovalam,
Mm-hmm.
Kollam. And the beauty is that at the two ends of this canal, it is state waterways, and between
Mm-hmm.
these two national waterways, state waterways, it is national waterway.
So I just checked that Muziris is still not a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so we have some work to do and make it a
So
UNESCO World
somewhere I
Heritage
said
Site.
you are
I'm
giving
sure there are
assignment.
people working
You
on
have
it.
started giving assignment.
Yes. This is the purpose of these kind of sessions, that we find out more ways to, for not only for us, but for others as well.
So we have now we have reached the Calicut area. This is the
Mm-hmm.
river bank of Kallai River Bank. This was the
Mm-hmm.
world's second best popular timber trade center.
Mm-hmm.
So along this canal only, they brought from the Western Ghats to the river and then through this canal, and it was stacked here in the saline waters for seasoning, and it
Mm-hmm.
was taken to the countries outside uh, by ships and all.
Mm-hmm.
So this canal is known as Canoli Canal because it was built by a British collector by name Henry Valentine Connolly, and he
Mm-hmm.
constructed the first navigation lock also.
Mm-hmm.
This is Henry Valentine Connolly. He was the collector of Malabar. Malabar district ranges starts from Palghat and reaches at South Canara. So vast a district it was.
Yeah, it's still, I think, one of the most important places in the state.
Yeah, this is the lock he constructed in 1850, around 1850. This
Mm-hmm.
is known as Paioli lock. Paioli, where P.T. Usha come
Mm.
from, no? P.T. Usha's place, Paioli.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the place, and this is one of the set of locks on the river side. So one important thing I want to share is in an 1890 document from archive I
Mm-hmm.
got it. After the 24 districts in the South Madras Presidency, this
Mm-hmm.
particular lock collected the maximum toll from this lock. I live, I mean, not from Godavari, not from Krishna, not from Kaveri. From this toll on this lock only, they collected the most revenue that year.
Mm. Probably a lot of goods were traveling from here and there, and it was one of the richest port at that time. I mean, as far as I also know, a little bit of history of that region, with the
Uh,
maritime history. Yeah.
uh, Now we have connected, recently we have constructed an 18-kilometer canal connecting
Wow.
two rivers, Kuchadi and Mahi. Mahi,
Mm-hmm.
Pondicherry,
Vatakara.
Commodore Pondicherry district, Pondicherry state, and we
Mm.
have connected these two through an 18-kilometer long canal, and it does also a social relevance because 18-kilometer long canal was only cut now, but the land was acquired in 1960s itself. When the
So,
war
okay.
broke out, between Pakistan and China, no, the work was stuck. But then what
Yeah.
happened was it was all agricultural laborers there. They were working under landlords. They were not giving sufficient wages for their work. But what happened was once it came under the government, they took it on lease and they sow, then they harvested. This is the first
Okay.
revolutionary
Mm.
thing that happened in this stretch of 18 kilometers long fields.
Mm. So basically, the plan was already there. So it
Yeah.
just
Plan was
got
there.
built recently.
Plan was that
Mhm.
it was stuck because
Mm.
of
Of the
paucity of
war.
funds. Mm.
Yeah, our nation would like to save its money during war. So then it
So we
went
are
bad.
nearing towards Kannur district now. Here,
Mm-hmm.
Kannur and Kasaragod districts were separated, and there existed a hillock, and towards south and towards north, it was lying separated. So,
Mm-hmm.
for Hyder Ali, Mysore Sultan Hyder Ali, uh, a canal was cut. It is known as Sultan Canal.
Mm-hmm.
In 1766, it was cut. This is the second man-made canal in Kerala. First was in Alapura, and 4 years later it was commissioned, and it was only for mainly for military purposes. From Mysore, they had to travel uh, down to Kerala. When they got stuck there, they had to cut a canal.
Okay. Very interesting. And I'm seeing so interestingly that with engineering, you are, bringing the history. I mean, I'm sure you are now even thinking about writing a whole book on it because this is definitely worth it.
I tell you, I have written a book also. This is my book.
Oh, that's really, so you already have a book on it then.
Yeah, now
Nice.
March only it got released.
Okay, congratulations, because we
Thank you.
actually also do book reading session, but now I understand that this is
This,
like a combined book reading and film show with us today.
this
That's
book is
very
a
nice of you.
detailed account of the navigation canals
Yes.
from Farawa Canal in the BC and major canals like Erie Canal, Panama, Suez, and
Mm,
that, and also the development of canals in India, right from
mm,
Firoz Shah Tughlaq's period, and
mhm.
also all the major canals like Buckingham, what
Yes.
I and a detailed account of Kerala canals.
Yes. That's nice. Congratulations. So maybe now I'm
This,
already imagining another session with you on the book.
this is a place where salt satyagraha had taken place.
Mm,
It was not at the sea coast. It was along the bank of the canal at Payanur where Gandhi came. It is a Smriti Mandap, Mahatma Gandhi
mm,
Smriti Mandap there. This is
mm.
a last backwater we are passing by. This is the mangroves over there. This is a Bakel Fort. So our canal now, West Coast Canal is from Kovalam, a tourist resort, at the Bakel, another tourist resort on the north side, spanning
Mm.
612 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my presentation on canal.
Okay. Yeah. So,
And
do you think it's a good time to see some trailer or screening from the film so we can then close it?
you
Yeah,
can,
you
if
can.
you have
Yeah,
time,
you
you
can
can show that.
also.
Can
Yeah,
you show
you
the
may please.
documentary
Yes,
trailer,
I
please?
will do that.
The
Yeah,
trailer,
you may
please.
please stop the sharing so I can
Oh,
share
oh,
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Please share the trailer because it is a
Yes.
nutshell of things what I told now.
Yes, yes, I will. So if you stop sharing, then I can start sharing. Okay, thank you so much. Let me just share now the film. I have it ready with me to be able to share. Yes. Yes. Please confirm if you see the screen.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So this is also for our viewers, the website where you can actually see the information on the film, The Watermark Jalamutra, which is a discussion today. I will play the trailer, and I think you have to reach out to Ajit for the full film and other details because it is to be screened at many places. So we are also protecting its rights at this moment. But this, I hope, works as a good platform for promotion.
A land where the sea didn't just bring waves, it brought worlds. And running through its very heart,
I
a
cannot see the
forgotten
video.
lifeline. The West
Can
Coast
you see the
Canal.
video?
I cannot see the
And do you
What
hear it?
stories lie beneath these waters?
audio I can hear.
The video
A
is not
solitary
working.
Buddha idol watches from the shore. Along its bank stood Muzira.
So you are not, are you saying that you are not seeing the video?
Yeah, I cannot see the video, but I can see the
Okay,
audio.
okay, okay. Let
I
me
can
just
hear the audio.
replay because I also see that I can see it, but the Zoom is not seeing it. Just let me see. Please check if it is working now. So there is, no, I think you are still not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
So I think there is some block from the video side, so we are not able to see the video. Your screen.
Okay, let's have it next time.
Just wait. I will check what's going on.
Before the session, you could,
So you can hear, but you cannot see.
yeah.
Okay, I want to give it a one more try because it will be nice to have a look at the video. Because when we tried, it worked. And so why is it not working now? Um, I want to give it one more try. Please bear with me.
Please, please.
Let me see one more trial. Okay. Do you see the black screen?
Yes, play video like that. It's coming. Now it's coming.
Okay.
A land where the sea didn't just bring waves, it brought worlds. And running through its very heart, a forgotten lifeline. The West Coast Canal. What stories lie beneath these waters? A solitary Buddha idol watches from the shore. Along its bank stood Muziris, gateway to the east, where Greek, Roman, and Chinese merchants once bartered silver for black gold. The colonial forts whispered tales of conquest and defeat. But if those stone walls echo with power, these waters ripple with resistance. The canal winds past red cliffs, through Barton's Tunnel, an engineering marvel. When the lock gates close, they form a perfect V. Was it another Da Vinci Code? Listen. The hammers of boat builders still pound against wood. Watch as oars slice through water in perfect harmony. This land once lay fragmented until water became the thread and the canal its needle, stitching together cultures, faiths, and stories.
Wow, I like the line that the water became the thread and the canals became the needle. So, I mean, we know by theory that water connects, but how beautifully it is placed.
Thank you,
Maybe
Dr.
it's a good, yeah, maybe it's a good moment. Thank you for the nice presentation and sorry for this little bit of technical glitch because we tested it right. I don't know why it wasn't working. And we are coming towards the closure of the session as well. So it's a good moment also that you would like to acknowledge some people in the film and maybe also share with us. I'm posing two questions together. What is now brewing new things in your filmmaking? Anything new you are planning in your head or already on the desk?
If I want to do any movie, I would like to move in inland waterways along the Ganges. How it
Okay,
developed.
that's your that is
Pra-
that's your wish or plan already.
Prayagraj to Sagardeep.
Oh, that will be nice. That will be really nice. Maybe you can start from the mouth to Ganga Sagar. So it's as you rightly said. So we are also doing a research on plastic pollution. So we start from Dev Prayag, where Ganga is born, and we wish to continue until Ganga Sagar. So we have identified 7 locations where we'll be. It's a scientific research we are carrying out on plastic pollution. So
Nice.
maybe we can find some synergy there, hopefully. So, what is a takeaway you will suggest from your learning of making film? We heard about the film, about a detailed history and engineering history and some administrative history of canals of Kerala. Some key learning from Ajit and also some insights for the younger generation when they get on board to making a film. What will be your advice?
No, I'm not a filmmaker in that sense. I was made to make a film actually.
Okay.
So the documentation of what we do
Hmm.
is very important.
Yes.
And after the independence, the documentation is very poor. If you search documents in archives, it is almost nil after
Hmm.
after we got independence. So
Hmm.
we have to have in every other office, government offices, and everywhere, we should have a documentation of what's happening.
Yes.
Now that we have completed 70 plus years, we have to have a data of what we have done and what are the
Yes.
major. Yeah. So in each and every small offices, we should have a document. That's my suggestion and for the youngsters.
That's a very well put, and how important it is for us, even if we want to go to the future. It is extremely important that we have our past very well documented. And as you rightly put, unfortunately, we have been quite weak in documenting our uh, ambitious projects and as well as which impacts our lives because if we don't have the proper documentation, and by documentation I'm assuming you are also meaning documentation now in this format, because we have the format of writing reports, that's one part of it, but this becomes a very powerful tool as a medium to really have documentation for quick reference, for teaching people, because I see now that your film is kind of a product of the book and not the other way around. So the heavy research is there, and then the film comes in nutshell. So I think it's such a wonderful way that I could now learn that you made this book, and then the film is of course simultaneously happening, because film is something which is kind of compact version of a detailed research. So that's important. So you also guide us to say that it is good to have both the products ready. So now you have both the products ready, both the book as well as the film. So congratulations.
Thank
And I really look forward to having another session with you when we can just discuss the canals of India and focusing on all the canals which you have managed to document and talk about it. We have never had session on canals of India, and probably that will be a good session to discuss about taking it as a historical evidence and foundation as what is the basis of thinking about interlinking of rivers. Because again,
you.
the project interlinking of river is very opaque right now in the country. We don't know what's coming up, what's going to happen, and we are already seeing the local indigenous people protesting at Ken Betwa because of their rights to land and water. So, lots of things to discuss with you. Ajit, thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. If you have any last comments, last remarks, concluding remarks, this is your time.
Oh, and while researching for this project now, I was referring many books, and one of the books is written by Malabar collector Sir William Logan.
Wow.
He has stated in that book, no, uh, happy would be the people who have no history.
Wow.
I cannot
That's
digest
heavy.
that.
It's a heavy thing.
He was telling about the Keralites
Mhm.
specifically. Because as if we don't have a history, he was telling like that. So there should be a
Mhm.
history. There is a history. It is hidden.
Absolutely. It's just about documentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think every place has a history. I mean, even we all have history. It's about how you document and put it together. Not from
Yes.
the water perspective, but I can also share this experience from living experience. We all have that.
Yeah.
That people who manage to document their own life and career in a impactful way, they also benefit out of it, and also they get an opportunity to share what they think about the world, how they look at the world. That's an important way to do. We are all used to of writing resumes, but it's also every life is a story by itself, just like the waterways of Kerala or anywhere in the world for that matter. I mean, I see here in Netherlands and Germany that how beautifully they have documented every bit of thing that they have done. Not only scientifically, but also in the artistic way possible. And I think both science and art has to work together in this sense, because certain things are powerful and impactful in scientific way, which is required for policy, but certain things we also require for people, for the sake of informing people in a nutshell. Then once you are interested, you can of course go deep dive into it. I'm sure your film is going to motivate a lot of our young filmmakers, and also they will understand how deep research is required to make even a small documentary. Last question, probably, how long is the actual documentary? I forgot to ask this, sorry.
It is 80 minutes.
Okay, so it's a film by itself, and I wish you all the best that it goes to places all over the world to showcase. And maybe it's a good idea to explore and find out if this can be tried out in Netherlands in any film festivals, because it's very much related to the way the Dutch system, water system works. And I'm sure you are exploring those options. But from my end, wish you all the best with the film, and I'm looking forward to having a session with you on the book. So we have Friday Water book reading session. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I did so very well. And for our viewers, before we log out, I would like to actually announce our next session so that you are tuning with us and knowing about what's coming up. So next Friday, so we are usually now in season 8, having actually either Friday or Wednesday every week because of the paucity of time. Otherwise, until the last season, we were having Fridays, Mondays, and the last before we also had Friday, Monday, Wednesday all together. Next week, we have on July 10th a Friday Waters Thesis Club session when we discuss exploring people's resistance in fluvial ecologies. And we have Dr. Rahul Yaduka from SOAS, University of London, to speak about this topic, and it was his PhD research. So we stay tuned with our W for W Water Conversation series. We are now the longest water conversation in the world, and we are very proud and a deep gratitude to our nearly 700 speakers who have spoken on our platform, and at the same time, deep gratitude to the entire team of W for W who work at the background and so sorry that I stay as the face of the team, but it's not possible without people working towards it. Thank you so much, Ajit, for this session.
Thank
And
you, Dr. Mansi, and all the viewers.
thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye.